So last week, along with the Super Pack 1, a Structure Deck 1 pack was released on the PlayStation Store. I believe it was released for $4. It was $3 or $4. Alright, $3 or $4 is Structure Deck 1. And the Structure Deck 1 is a complete 40 card deck that you can buy and is readily playable right off the top, right at the start of the game. And it is a lot better than the starter decks, but I will probably get into more detail on starter decks later, because I actually bought 2 of them and they're nowhere nearly as good as the structure deck. So anyways, let's analyze a few of the cards that the structure decks has to offer. So the first one is Mechanical Chaser, and honestly it's a good thing that this card is in here because I have a Black Salvo in my library, in my trunk, and any extra dark machine monster that I can get is a good thing. Then we have some Ancient Gears, of course, Ancient Gear. Then we have Ancient Gear Beast, which if you have the Geartown already and you have access to Geartown, this card is readily playable without a tribute, so that's an awesome card to have. Then we have Ancient Gear Cannon, which is alright. We also have Ancient Gear Engineer, which is readily playable if you have Geartown out as well. I love the effect of this card. The effect of this card negates anytime it attacks, and whenever it does attack, it destroys the spell trapped on the opponent's side of the field at the end of the damage step. That is definitely very good. Next we got Ancient Gear Gadget Chimera, and this one is also summonable without a tribute if you have Geartown out. So all these cards work really well with Geartown, but I will get more into the detail on that later. We got Ancient Gear Gadget Dragon, the best of the Geartown cards for sure. The best of the Gear cards for sure, or Geartown combined, simply because the Geartown field spell, when it gets destroyed by playing another one on it, or if it gets destroyed by a card effect right away without anything happening after that, after it resolves the destruction, you can bring out any of the gear cards pretty much from your Ancient Gear monsters from your deck or graveyard to the field. And this is the strongest one you can bring out, because unlike the more stronger ones like the Ancient Gear Golem, I believe, this one can actually be special summoned. So I mean, it's really powerful stuff right there. So we got Ancient Gear Golem, the one I just mentioned. I think it has Trample. When you attack, the opponent cannot activate any spells or traps. We got Ancient Gear Soldier. We got Armored Cybern. This is an okay card. Not much use in this deck though, at least in my opinion, because it's a Union monster, and Union monsters don't really have that much use in the competitive format, at least in my opinion. We got Ancient Gear Boot Up Soldier, actually. Boot Up Soldier. We also got Cannon Soldier, another dark machine monster, always welcome. Gear Golem, the Moving Fortress. We got Green Gadget. We got some gadgets in this deck. We got Green Gadget. We got Heavy Mech Support Platform. We got Red Gadget, and we got Yellow Gadget. So overall, it's pretty good. I mean, if you want to make a decent machine deck, this is probably the best structured deck or the best pack you can buy in the PlayStation Store for this game. So then we got some support cards for the Ancient Gears. We got Ancient Gear Capsule, Ancient Gear Drill, Ancient Gear Explosive, Ancient Gear Factory, Ancient Gear Fist, Ancient Gear Tank, Ancient Gear Workshop, Enemy Controller. Now that's a good one. If you're one of those people that likes playing Treeborns or likes playing Monarchs or like having Scapegoats, this is a pretty good card to use with it. Also, if you have cards like maybe Blue Thunder T45 or T95 or something like that, I think it's called. Cards that when they destroy opponent's monsters, you get certain effects. It's a good card to use because you can use it to either take control of the opponent's monster or return their monster into defense. And most of the time, the defense is lower than the attack, so that's pretty nice to use. Got another Heavy Storm. We got a Limiter Removal. Doubles the attack level of your machines and destroys them at the end of the turn. But most of the time, when you activate that card, it's for a game-winning kill. Machine Duplication Factory, Mystical Space Typhoon, Pot of Avarice, you can use 3 of in this game, and Weapon Change, so it switches out the attack and defense of all monsters on the field. Then we got Covering Fire, we got Micro Ray, we got Raigeki Break, an okay card, Rare Metalmorph, we got Rollout, we got another Sakuretsu Armor. You can use 3 Sakuretsu Armors in this game, so that's definitely a good card you want to use. I actually got 3 Sakuretsu Armors in my deck, so that's definitely a card that is welcome in this structure deck. We got Stronghold, the Moving Fortress, that's for the gadgets. We got the Time Machine, and we got Ultimate Offering, which works perfectly well with the gadget cards. Now, the thing I was gonna say, you see everything that you see in this deck, but the one thing you do not see that supports this deck the best is Geartown. I mean, Geartown supports Gear Beast cards, like Ancient Gear cards, and it's not in this deck. Why? I don't get it. It would just make this deck complete. At least, even if you only have 1 in this deck, you could later on purchase another pack that comes with another Geartown card, which another one does. I'll actually show you guys that later. But I mean, it's crazy. How can you have all this support for machines and have so many ancient gear monsters and not have Geartown? So anyways, I don't know. That's just my opinion on this deck, of course. But I mean, it's alright. It's probably the best deck you can buy right off the bat, you know, to start out. I mean, it probably will do decently well if you started playing this game against a computer. But I mean, it doesn't come with any really rare card that you really need to get your hands on. It's only really good if you want to make an Ancient Gear deck or want to further enhance your Gadget deck. And it does come with limited removal and enemy controller, so that's definitely very good. And Ultimate Offering, of course, does perfectly well with the Gadget cards. So I mean, it's alright, it's alright. And the second Sakura Swarmer, I believe you already start out with one in your primary deck, the starter deck. So having a second one is always welcome as well. So anyways, let me guys know what you think about this. I mean, it's okay. For $3-4 bucks, it's not bad. And I mean, I guess only if you really want to make a machine deck though. Only if you really want to make a machine deck. So that is structured deck number 1. Hopefully we'll get some more. Hopefully something else, maybe something for Lightsworns. I really want to finish out my Lightsworn deck. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think about all these cards and support that it comes with, and whether it was weird that Geartown was just completely left out of it. Anyways, catch you guys later.